Hello, football fans. Today marks the start of the Men's FIFA World Cup. So who better to speak to than someone who has lifted the trophy? I'm joined by Cesc Fàbregas, who, along with many accolades, has been in a World Cup final, lifted the trophy. He made the pass that set up the winning goal for Spain in 2010. So we're going to be having a chat, and thank you to all of you who have sent in your questions. I'll try to get through as many of those as possible. I'm just going to invite Cesc to join us so we can get the conversation. And of course, if you have any questions while we're chatting, do put them in the chat and I'll try to answer them as we go along. Hello.
Oh, wait, you see me weird.
Yeah, you're a bit sideways. Now you're upside down. Topsy-turvy. Yeah, we're getting there. That's it.
That's the one. No.
That's the one.
Can you see me now?
I can see you.
Am I right or not yet?
Just how you had it before. Now you're right. Oh.
Now?
Yes, now it's perfect.
Like this?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you
How
seeing
are you?
yourself? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Start of the World Cup. Great time.
I know. To be fair, I cannot believe it. Like, we are in the middle of the season and, having the World Cup just so soon, basically starting today. It's like something different, and we for example, we are in the middle of the season, we don't stop playing, and now we'll be experiencing the World Cup in the middle of it. So it's actually strange.
I want to get straight into it because you have been in a World Cup final. What's it like to play in a World Cup and get to the final?
I mean, it's difficult to explain. You just have to go through the process, really. It's a lot of emotions, the day-to-day work, 7 games. Basically, you need to play 6 games before getting into the final to play your 7th. So it's a real process, a very exciting one. But once you are there, the moment you win the semi-finals and you are actually making it into the World Cup final is something. It's something that you cannot really describe. You need to feel it. You need to live it in the moment. Even now, I don't think I can remember what I felt there, but it's something really, really special.
And the momentum during matches. I mean, I've obviously gone as a fan and watched the matches. The atmosphere is incredible. Does it ever become distracting? Because you probably have to be so focused.
Yes, you have to, and at the same time, you have the whole country behind you. You are doing every day after training, before training, lots of interviews. For example, we had in our rooms, we could all watch Spanish TV. Even when we were in South Africa, when we were in Brazil or in Germany, you were connected. You could see the news. You could see what the fans were feeling through the process, and it's a lot of pressure, it's tension, it's excitement. But I think we were very stable in terms of how to keep our emotions and how to be persistent on how to approach games, and that helped a lot, to be fair, and the mental strength.
And I want to get into that because how do you cope under pressure, especially when it comes to such a big tournament, a final, even the games in the run-up? You've got to maintain some kind of level-headedness. How do you get through that pressure, especially when you're playing for your country?
Yeah, as I said, I think you need to be mentally very stable, very strong. You need to be focused. There are moments where you could even doubt yourself as a team, because, for example, when we won the World Cup, we lost the first game against Switzerland. So that was a big blow for us, because we were the favorites, because we had just won the Euros 2008. And everyone was expecting us to do very well in the tournament. So imagine losing the first game. There was a lot of doubts. The country was already, starting to have doubts, a lot of tension, and you need to live with it. That's why we are professionals. This is why we do what we do and why we want to achieve what we want to achieve. And to make it happen, you need to go through difficult moments, but not only this, you need to overcome them.
You're such an inspiration, and I know what your fitness regime's like. You're always at it every day. You're training hard. You're always motivating me to get more fit and exercise.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
What does it take to be one of the best players?
That's difficult. It requires quality, because football, you know, without quality, as strong as you are, as well physically as you are, it's difficult to achieve anything big. But definitely, as we were talking before, you need a lot of mental strength. You need to be very positive. You need to be strong. You need to realize that difficult moments will come. How will you approach these moments? Then physically, you need to work, because now football physically is going at another level. And to be fair, because of that, I am expecting a really strong World Cup. Probably, in theory, one of the best World Cups we will see ever should be this one, because everyone is in the middle of the season. There's no excuses of players being tired. There's no excuse of, you know, having fatigue, or at the end of the season when everyone mentally drained as well after a long season. Now we are actually in the best moment for every single player. So in terms of quality and fitness, we should be. I'm expecting a really strong World Cup, but definitely everyone will need to be at their best.
And we'll get to, obviously, you'll want Spain to win, but we'll come to that. But I mean, if you were in the changing room and you were giving advice to, let's say, the Spanish team, what would you be saying?
I'd be telling them that not to focus too much on the next game. Just enjoy what's happening today. Focus on every single training, in every single moment. Enjoy it, but realizing that, you know, a whole country is behind you, that you have a lot of responsibilities, that you know, we all want them to be the best they can be, and not to be thinking in finals, semi-finals. Enjoy the moment, work on the day, and, you know, focus game to game, because this is what brings you to actually winning a final. When you are thinking too much forward, oh, they're expecting us to reach there or there, you are making a mistake. You just need to go day by day, game by game, and follow the process. And with the quality the players have, I think, and I believe that we can do actually very well.
You started at such a young age, and at 16, you were Arsenal's youngest first ever team player and youngest ever goal scorer. What's the biggest lesson you've learned on the pitch and off the pitch since you've been playing?
Well, on the pitch is that nobody gives you anything. You need to earn the right to play in every single training session, in every game, every opportunity that you have. That football goes very, very fast. That the moment your level drops, someone else will come in and take your place. That was always present in my head, knowing that when there was a signing, that maybe a midfielder coming to Arsenal or to Chelsea or to Barcelona, whatever I was playing, my first intention or my first thought is that, well, I need to be better than him now. No matter who it is, that's my mentality, and this is what I have to go through.
Even with your teammates?
Yeah, because, okay, they are my teammates and we are a group and we need to be together, but the best one plays, and I didn't want to be on the bench. I hated to be on the bench. It killed me inside. So I knew that I had to be better than my teammate to play. So I had to prove myself in every single training session, in every opportunity that I had, and not let anyone take my position. This was my biggest nightmare.
Do you think that's what makes it slightly easier to go from playing, let's say, for Arsenal to then Chelsea?
Well, it's obviously a mental test as well, because you know, for what I did at Arsenal and the years that I spent there, and the love that I have for the club and the connection I had with the fans, because obviously it was something just magical, incredible. I could not describe what I was feeling, but it's another opportunity for you to try something something else, another experience. Every career is different. Life moments, they take you certain places that maybe you would never expect 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years before that, and you just need to, as I said, follow what your life brings, and try to do well. And then who would have thought that my Chelsea experience would have been so amazing, so productive, that we would win so much, that I would be so loved by the fans, that they would welcome me so much, that the experience that I had is just outstanding. So that shows you and proves you as well that in life you can never say never, you can never close doors, and you just need to follow the process.
Does that mean that you might be joining United anytime soon?
Definitely not. You know, I'm
never.
well, not as a player, definitely. I mean, I'm at the end of my career, and basically, I made already my mind that this will be my last club, and that's it. This is my career. I'm not closing any doors. That's true. I never say never. I just said it. But in this case, I've already made my decision that this will be my last club, and you know, whatever my legs can offer in the next years, I will take it, and I will just try to be mentally strong to prove myself as well, even now.
What do you plan on doing after?
Well, that's a good question. I'm enjoying the day to day. We have a fantastic group, a good team. It's a really nice project where I am today, and I'm preparing to be a coach. I'm studying a lot. I'm analyzing. I'm getting my badges. So this is something that inspires me a lot. It gives me a lot of strength as well for the future. You know, I was always a little bit concerned, scared. What will I do when I finish my career? What will happen later? I was hearing so many stories of players getting into depression, into, you know, difficult moments. So I wanted to be prepared. I've been preparing myself for a while. It's something that it's in me. Football is my life. I want to pass my experiences and my knowledge to players, to teams, and it's something that it's inside of me, and hopefully I can do it straight in when I finish.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be amazing. And lots of people did ask, actually, who do you think is the best manager that you've worked with?
This is a tough one. I would just say that I've been blessed. I've been so lucky. Look at the names I'm going to give you. Arsene Wenger. I mean, I don't know where I would be without Arsene, because he gave me absolutely everything in terms of my career. And after, of course, I had to prove myself, even as a teenager, to compete against a really, really strong team, probably one of the best teams in history with the Invincibles, and make my way through it. Then I had Mourinho, who was just fantastic for me. And with me, and I consider him like my friend. He's one of these coaches that I could call him up and, hey, I'm in Rome, let's go for dinner. You know, everything would be amazing. I had so much fun and we won a lot. And then obviously Guardiola, he was also a hero of mine when I was growing up, and you know, he signed me for Barcelona. He was very keen on me joining the project, joining the team, and it was fascinating to see how he analyzes games and how he tells you things that actually after they happen on the pitch. Then obviously Antonio Conte. Again, I learned a lot from him. You know, his character. Luis Aragonés, may he rest in peace. Fantastic. He gave me my opportunity to be Spanish international at just 18 years old. Del Bosque. I mean, I can give you so many names that it's just impossible for me to tell you one, because they all had something very special to offer for me in my career. If I have to say the most important is definitely Arsene Wenger, because he gave me the keys of a team. like at a very, very early age, he gave me the biggest opportunity that any kid dreams of. And then he just followed it up, and I had to, as I said before, I just had to prove myself and do well. But yeah, he's a nice combination of coaches that I had.
Yeah, definitely. And I can see lots of people writing in the comments as well. There's so many comments. Lots of people saying they love your positivity. Chelsea legend. Lots of people saying, you'll always be with Arsenal. So lots of different fans writing their messages. You've obviously worked alongside huge players as well. And Messi is a notable name. Just talk a little bit about what you've learned from Messi.
Well, I think let's just forget about his ability for a second, because obviously he's the best in my opinion. And I started playing with Leo when he was 12, when we were 12. And basically I've been following him and playing with him throughout all his career. But it's just his mental power, his mental strength, what I would put on top of everything. Because yes, he does fantastic things, but it's not only that he does fantastic things one day or 2 days. He does it for 17, 18 years, every 3 days. League, Champions League, Cup games, national team, travel to Argentina, come back. The day after you have a game with Barcelona, be the best, score a hat-trick. And doing that consistently for 18 years, whatever it is, it's just phenomenal. And I would think that, is one of the most probably competitive player I have ever played with.
And talking of all of the things he does, you also are constantly traveling, but at the same time you maintain, from what it seems, a really good balance with your family life too.
Well, I mean, you have to. I mean, once you start a family, you do it for a reason. You just don't start a family and just forget about them. Yes, we have a big job, big responsibility. I've always been a family man. I love my family. I love my wife. I love my kids. Everyone is just helping me through the process that we were talking about. They respect my job. They understand my job, which is so important for me to have the peace of mind to be able to do what I can, giving my everything. But I know at the same time that when I'm with my family, it's time to relax and to give all my time and respect and love to them. And I think it's a balance that you need to understand, which is not easy, because all your life you've done football. You prioritized football for everything. Oh no, I take a nap because I need to rest, I need to travel, I need to focus. What did the coach say to me? Or today I didn't play well. Or the fans are criticizing me. They expect more from me. Or now I'm super good. I'm doing so well. There's so many emotions that it's difficult sometimes to be home and just forget about everything. So, my family helped me do that, not to lose my mind sometimes. And as I said, they respect me, they love me, and they follow me. So that's exactly what I need, and that's why they are so important to me.
Your strength and resilience really comes through. I'll wrap it up with some questions from people who have sent questions in, but just coming towards the end of my question, you obviously want Spain to win this World Cup.
Yes, I do.
Who do you think will win it, judging on how everyone's been doing so far?
I've been asked this question lately quite often, and I don't know. I mean, people need to understand that there's a difference between looking on paper. Okay, we all look at the squads, the names, and then actually realizing who's got the best team or not. Because I see squads that I'm thinking to myself, wow, if you go name by name, it's like, wow, they are a really strong side. But then I can imagine it on paper, how it works and how they will play after that. And I'm saying something doesn't match into all these names. Okay, then you can have a team like Spain, for example, that you go through the names and you say, oh my God, this guy plays here, plays there. There's no a superstar, maybe like it used to be before. But I see a team. I see a real potential. I see an idea. I see a way of playing that it really suits the players that actually go in that squad. So they have a good manager who's a strong character. So all these combinations make me have a lot of belief that I think it is, and the experience, of course, of having played there, that you need a lot of quality, yes, but especially to win a World Cup, you need a real team. You need teammates next to you that support you through difficult and good moments, people that can carry you certain moments on the pitch, off the pitch. And when they have this solidarity and respect for each other, which I see for, I don't know them all personally too well. Some of them are really young, but for what I see in the Spain, in the news, or how they project themselves on Instagram or social media, I believe that they have a really strong bond, and that's why this makes me be very hopeful.
Great. Some quick fire questions from some people who messaged in. So Joe asked, your favorite kit?
Ever, or from the World Cup?
Ever, yours, that you've played, that you've worn.
Oof, this is a good one. I think I will go with the Arsenal shared 2009 2010, if I'm correct. I loved the one of my debut with the O2 sponsorship at the front, but I think that 2009 2010 was probably my favorite. Yeah.
He's also asked, oh, I've asked that one. Somebody's messaged in, why did you leave Arsenal?
Well, lots of reasons. We could stay here and talk for 5 hours if we had time, but many things. I explained a little bit before that I felt that I was going to one direction at the moment, and the team or the club wanted to go another direction. Which was not really matching the ambitions that I was having in that moment, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Now, having experienced everything, would I change anything in my career? Maybe yes, maybe not. But this is what it is. You make choices in life that sometimes you regret, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they weren't. I cannot say it was a bad choice for whatever I've won after. Like, if you look at it, but people tell me sometimes, yeah, but if you wouldn't have left, you would have now like reach levels like the Thierrys, the Tony Adams, like to be like someone who spent his full career at Arsenal, and would have given me a different level in terms of love from the fans, which I completely agree. And I don't think.
Although I have to say, I do think that you still have so much love from the fans, from the messages I've been receiving from so many Arsenal fans.
And I feel that, and I love that, and I'm very happy to hear this, because Arsenal has been always so special to me, and it's something that nobody can take this away from me, from inside of me, whatever happens. But yeah, as I said, you need to take decisions in life, and I've always loved them and respect them for sure.
You mentioned regrets, and I don't want to dwell on it, but what is one thing you do regret?
I don't know. Regret is a strong word, but they happen sometimes.
And also, I mean, partly, obviously, I've asked you the question, but you've obviously done so well and you're so successful. But yeah,
that, I don't know. Like, for example, I regret being a little bit aggressive to Arsene Wenger in terms of when I wanted to leave the club, because as I said before, he's a man that I love, I respect so much, and he's given me so much that the day that I had, because he didn't want me to go, obviously, so he pushed very, very hard and was against it, and I pushed the other way, because I just thought it was the time You know, I was still very young, and sometimes you think certain things or you have to do certain things, otherwise they don't happen. So for me to go there, I had to tell him things that, okay, let me go, please, but consistently and in different ways. So I had to be very persistent, and I know that he was disappointed, that he was sad, and you know, it's something that I don't know if I would do it differently, but definitely something that I can say I regret doing. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. And just to find a final question, what or who inspires you every day to still play and keep improving? So up until you stop and you move on to other things.
Myself, I'm my own motivation. I want to believe that I have a great mentality. I want to believe that I'm still really good at the level that I am playing now, that I can be very important. I want to always overcome obstacles, that whatever comes into my way, and I want to learn. I want to keep learning. I want to keep playing. I want to keep enjoying, and I am my own motivation. I always said I wake up every morning full of energy, wanting to go and train with my teammates and play games. The day that I don't feel that, it will be the right time to stop, definitely. But I've always been fighting against myself to be better player and better person.
Cesc, you're amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and bring on the World Cup.
Thank you so much, Anila. It's been a pleasure. Good luck to you.
Thank
you. Take care. Good luck to whoever you support as well.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, you too.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.